Today's Nostalgia Reborn. With the new Blue-Eyes White Destiny support, cards like Blue-Eyes and Maiden get retrained. If you're an old school Yu-Gi-Oh player and had an interest with getting back into modern Yu-Gi-Oh, just getting 3 Blue-Eyes structure decks will already put you in a good position. I'm going to do some nostalgia comparisons too with some prior support, and even if you want to play casually, I have some Orica options too to recommend. You want to stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to give you a sample deck list with the 3 structure decks, and also a quick combo to start you off with the basics of the deck for your journey. As you can see, this is what the box looks like. Here's your entire deck list if you want to see that. They've actually gotten smaller over the years. Let's open this bad boy. Here's the deck itself wrapped up still. And every structure deck has one random higher rarity card from the deck itself. This is Wishes with a higher rarity, looks phenomenal as well. I'll show off the other 2 later on as well. Put it right here. Now for the cards itself. If you haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a while, over the years, Blue-Eyes has gotten interesting support. Even with the XYZ, Indigo Eye Silver Dragon. I like the fact that on XYZ Summon, it could actually negate the effects of all face-up cards in your opponent's control. This one is one of my favorites. Spirit with Eyes of Blue. It gives me Jurassic Park vibes, like with the baby dinosaurs when they hatch. But yeah, this link helps with promoting your combos, and I'll show that off as well later on. Here's a retrain of Maiden of White. So this card has phenomenal effects that can activate on the hand or field, get a True Light from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and put it face up in your spell and trap zone already. It also can special summon itself from the grave if you special summon a Blue-Eyes. And then as soon as this is targeted by an effect or by an attack, you can special summon a Blue-Eyes White Dragon or 1 level 1 light tuner from your graveyard. So more extensions. Quick comparison before is with Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Very similar effect as you can see the comparison, but obviously with the new support, it's a lot better. Wishes is a new card that's also really good. You get discard a card and then add 1 light tuner and a spell trap that mentions Blue-Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So this can help set up your graveyard a little bit better too, but also just discard any unnecessary cards that you don't have or don't need at the moment, while getting 2 cards that you do need. And then it can banish itself from the graveyard to target 1 Blue-Eyes White Dragon, and you can equip a Blue-Eyes monster from your extra deck as an equipped spell, which will come up later. This is one of the coolest retrain new synchro looks that essentially it is Blue-Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Look at those stats, 3,500 and 4,000 defense, like seriously? And essentially your opponent cannot banish cards from your graveyard. So this protects your graveyard. Whenever a card or artifact is activated on the field, you can negate the activation once. It also gets power if it wasn't big enough already. And of course, if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 light dragon monster from your graveyard, which is a lot of your support. They call this an Omni Negate, which pretty much negates anything, but it has to be in the field. But look at that beauty as well. Those colors. Neo Kaiser's Seahorse, got a retrain from like the original artwork and stuff. Used to be like tribute fodder essentially, but it can also help you set up with your field. Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Pretty epic art, look at that. This literally lets you special summon in defense a Blue-Eyes from deck, graveyard, or even banishment. So you can extend with more single plays or link plays as well. Just remember it locks you out with dragons, which is not a problem with this deck. And then of course you can banish this card from the graveyard to fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck, using the materials from your hand and field, of course, including a Blue-Eyes monster. This one I really like, Majesty of the White Dragons. So essentially you reveal up to 3 Blue-Eyes White Dragons from your hand, monster zone, and or graveyard. Destroy the equal number of cards on your opponent controls. So this can destroy spells and traps, monsters, etc. It does not target, which gets around effects that protect against target effects. And then even later on, you can banish this from the graveyard to ritual summon a Blue-Eyes related card, which we do have in the structure deck. But this card alone is like phenomenal because you could just pop 3 cards without targeting. It's so easy to get. Now for the real nostalgia, we got Blue-Eyes White Dragon, Blue-Eyes White Dragon, and Blue-Eyes White Dragon. So they give you 3 Blue-Eyes technically to work with in one structure deck, but if you get all 3, then you can choose any arts that you want. Just remember that you could also play other arts that probably sit in your binder, like this one with space, that's pretty cool, or shinier versions of this too. For me, I'm playing casually with friends, so I'm gonna use the Orica cards from Final Saga, so like the original Blue-Eyes White Dragon, as you can see the look. I go into more detail with the Orica cards for Final Saga in the link below if you're interested as well, but just to give you some more ideas to help you with that nostalgia factor. And I'll quickly go over the other cards. Blue-Eyes Alternative White Dragon, Jet Dragon. This is actually pretty nifty. Blue-Eyes Abyss Dragon, Spirit of White. This is the ritual one that I was talking about. Blue-Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. And also does double piercing damage, which is sometimes game ending. White Stone of Legend, White Stone of the Ancients. Sage with Eyes of Blue. This card is really good. This lets you add 1 level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand. This card actually can let you add Effect Veiler too, but you can go get your Maiden in White to continue on with your combo plays. You get 3 in each deck, but if you get 3 decks, then you have extras. Other support that you may want to use, they have nice cards that are hand traps. Nibiru is a good one. Ash Blossom, also another good one. They give you 2 effect Veilers per structure deck as well. This is searchable again with Sage. Chaos Form is the ritual card. Ultimate Fusion is really cool because it's also a quick play. So you can even do this during your opponent's battle phase. And it's also important because it does the fusion, but it also destroys face-up cards that they control up to the number of Blue-Eyes and Blue-Eyes Ultimate use from the field as material. So it's important to have like cards set up in the field to get as many pops as you need. Melody of the Awakening Dragon, Mausoleum on white. This is a good field spell, important for your combos, Burst Stream of Destruction, trading, Call by the Grave, that's also a good hand trap, just a good spell card in general. True Light, this is the card that's searchable. Essentially, your opponent cannot target Blue-Eyes White Dragon in your monster zone with card effects, so your original ones. And then, of course, if this is sent from the spell trap zone to the graveyard, you can destroy all monsters you control. You destroy all monsters. And then you can use one of the following effects and activate one of these. You can special summon a Blue-Eyes or set one spell trap from your deck that mentions Blue-Eyes White Dragon with a different name. So this is one way to get your wishes. Ultimate Creature of Destruction, Destined Rivals, Infinite Impermanence, also a good trap. More of the extra deck, the original Blue-Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Look at that. 4,500 attack. Look at that. Again, if you're playing casually with your friends, you could use the Orica versions too. This one came out really nice as well. Neo Blue-Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Blue-Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, Blue-Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Notice that you can actually special summon this from the extra deck by tributing a Blue-Eyes equipped with the Fusion Monster. That was related to the other card that we covered earlier. But it's also unaffected by traps or effects, and can attack all of their monsters once each. So this can clear boards pretty easily if you need to, while being 3,400, which is actually respectable. Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon. So essentially this is what you make first to go into the Ultimate Dragon. You kind of tag out essentially. It also restricts where neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. This could be annoying for certain decks. What comes to mind is like Soul Charge, for example, but that's a very old card now. And then it can special summon the other dragon from the extra deck in defense position. Azure Ice Silver Dragon from the other Blue-Eyes structure deck. And they give us the Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres as well. Another link. And for the other structure decks, this is what we got. We got 2 Maiden of Whites. That's pretty crazy. Can you imagine if we had all 3 of them? That would complete a playset. That would be cool. Here's without the wrapper so you can see what it looks like. It looks phenomenal. Really cool. So here's an example deck list that you can use. Feel free to tweak it from here. But you got the main Blue-Eyes support here at 3 copies each with the 1 Blue-Eyes Jet. Then of course the spells that are really good. This can be 2 to 3, up to you with Ultimate Fusion. Majesty is really good, so I just max that out, but you could also reduce it to 2 if need to. Mausoleum White and True Light since they're searchable. And then your non-engine hand trap support and 1 Call by the Grave. Feel free to tweak to your preference too. I'm gonna show off a basic combo that you kind of get the gist of it, and I'll start off with Sage with Eyes of Blue and then a dummy card. I'm just gonna use a Blue-Eyes. So you start out with a normal summon, add a 1 level 1 tuner. We add our Maiden of White to hand. You can link immediately if you want into the Spirit of Eyes of Blue, put it here. And then on Link Summon, you can search the field spell and add it to your hand. I'm just gonna play it over here. You can activate Maiden of White from hand now to put True Light face up in your spell trap zone. Then activate True Light to set a Wishes. Set it. Then you're going to activate Wishes, discard a card, which is the Blue-Eyes. And in this case, I'll add Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons and another Maiden of White. Normal summon Maiden. Use Mausoleum to target Maiden. This will send a Blue-Eyes, and this will special summon a Blue-Eyes from the grave. So send the Blue-Eyes. Then since the Blue-Eyes was special summoned, the other Maiden in the graveyard will revive itself. You can activate Roar, for example, to get Blue-Eyes Jet Dragon. Blue-Eyes Jet Dragon. Before you do anything else, you want to do Wishes to banish it and attach it to the Blue-Eyes with this one. This one has a graveyard effect, so that's why you wanted to use this one. You can synchro summon now. This will go to the grave. So the first Spirit Dragon, synchro again for the next one, and then use Blue-Eyes to tribute itself to special our regular Blue-Eyes. And that's just with Sage of Eyes of Blue and then 1 random card. In this case, it turns out to be a Blue-Eyes, but at the end, you end up with 2 spirits and 1 beater. Then during your opponent's turn, you can actually use their effects, negate any graveyard effects, right? And then you could do Ultimate Spirit and Azure Eyes. Azure Eyes will actually protect your dragons from being destroyed at the end of the turn by card effects, including from the effect of Spirit Dragon. So that way you get to keep these. Your opponent has to deal with 4,000, 3,000, and 3,000 on top of like negation and stuff. That doesn't even include the other cards that you have in your hand. Feel free to tweak to your preference and see what you want to try with different combos. But yeah, that's the Blue-Eyes deck. I'm really excited to just keep playtesting this with friends and stuff. Again, get that nostalgia factor for you and your friends. And then again, feel free to check out Final Saga too. They got phenomenal products. So if you want to swag up your Kaiba-ness, then you're pretty much good to go as well. Also, shout out to 50 Card Shop for the structure decks too. If you want future products for Yu-Gi-Oh, check them out for the next structure decks and sets support as well. And if you're interested in more product openings, check out this video that I recently did, Final Saga as well. Till next time, bye.